everybody, and welcome back. Today, I'm just going to make my predictions for the NFL Week 5, I want to say it is. Week 5. I keep on getting the weeks confused. This whole COVID rescheduling has kind of messed with my brain a bit, but we're here to talk football and make some predictions. And we're starting off with the 2-2 Carolina Panthers, which no one really saw coming, against the 0-4 Atlanta Falcons, which, if you watch them play defense, that is incredibly easy to see. This game will probably be a high-scoring matchup. Teddy Bridgewater may have his career game against the Falcons. Their secondary is bad. It is injured. That whole defense, as much you can say like they're injured, yes, but they are also bad. This defense is a bad defense. Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, even Todd Gurley to an extent can only do so much. But you look at the Panthers, it's like, can that young defense stop? Jeremy Chin has played really good throughout the year. He's been an underrated player in the entire league. Derek Brown, he's going to get there. He is a guy, when he gets everything put together, because he hasn't been bad. I'm just saying, like, he's not there yet. If he can start putting stuff together by the end of the season, this Panthers defense will be very interesting to watch in future years to come. I'm going to take the Panthers to win this one. As you can see on the bottom thing, this says Atlanta has won 8 of the last 9 games versus the Panthers. Well, that was against a different regime. Matt Rule is something special as a coach. He has this ability to turn stuff around quickly. What it is, I don't know, but I saw it with Baylor, a bad Baylor team he took over, and he turned them around in 2 years. Panthers have talent. He's doing it much quicker than I expected, but he's a good coach, and I'm happy for him, and I'm happy to see the Panthers start rolling. I think Teddy Bridgewater, like I said, has a career game, and he leads him to victory against the Falcons. Bengals at Ravens. Now, the interesting thing to keep note of is Lamar Jackson missed 2 days of practice with a knee injury. And I know they said precautionary, but I was listening to the Pat McAfee show, and I want to say it was... I can't remember who it was exactly. I want to say it was Darius Butler, but I could be wrong. But I heard someone say, that is not precautionary. That is something they are legit worried about, because quarterbacks are reps. They want their reps. So that will be something to monitor if he'll slide differently, if he won't take off, if he'll just get out of bounds. It'll be interesting to see how he plays. I do think the Ravens do win, because even if the Ravens offense is limited, that Bengals line is not good. Ravens have a great defensive coordinator, Wink Martindale, and that team is going to be gearing to go. Ravens win, but I think it's close. I think it's a close game. I think they win by a field goal. Jaguars at Texans, and boy, the Texans made some news, firing Bill O'Brien, and I can't say I blame them. Even though I'm personally not anti-Bill O'Brien as a coach, as a GM, I think he's awful. As a coach, I think he's pretty good. But this Texans team needed him out of there with the issues he was causing, especially getting in an altercation with J.J. Watt. I mean, that man could run for mayor of Houston at this point and win in a landslide, I'm convinced. I think the Texans start bouncing back, though. I just don't see this team being down for too long with Deshaun Watson. Jaguars are a team that I've said I think is going to regress throughout the season, and you can already tell they are regressing. They came out good, but they're coming down to earth. I think Texans win by 10 points. Raiders at Chiefs. As I've said, I will not pick against the Chiefs. I will just say my argument for picking the Chiefs is Patrick Mahomes. Next. Cardinals at Jets. Oh boy. This one will not be pretty. Joe Flacco will be starting in place of Sam Darnold. Joe Flacco cannot move in the pocket that well. He is not that mobile. Sam Darnold is like Lamar Jackson compared to Joe Flacco. With that O-line, even though the Cardinals don't have the best defense, they have a great pass rush from Chandler Jones, and they have other guys who can get to the quarterback. You also look at the Jets' defense against the Cardinals' offense, and yeah, that will not be pretty. I think this is a blowout, more than 30 points, I would say. There'll be more of a 30-point separation on the final scoreboard. Eagles at Steelers. Now, listen, everyone thinks the Steelers are going to win handily, and I will pick them, but I want to lay some points why this game will be closer than it is, than people think it will be. And that's because Carson Wentz is a great quarterback. And the last time the Steelers played the Eagles, and it was Carson Wentz's rookie year, and I still remember they blew them out. It was not a good game. They dominated the Steelers from start to finish. It's a different team, and I get that, but that thought still resonates in the back of my head. Like, Doug Peterson, Carson Wentz, they dominated the Steelers last time they played. I overall expect this game to be much closer. I think it's a touchdown separation for the Steelers to win. I just don't think Carson Wentz will be in too many blowouts where his team gets utterly destroyed in a season. Rams at Washington. Now, Washington made a big move. They benched Dwayne Haskins for Kyle Allen, and I can't remember the exact reason. I'm just going to look that up while I'm going to talk about this game. The Rams are a good team. They can rush the passer. They have Aaron Donald. That's good. Jalen Ramsey in the back end, also very, very good. And you look at the football team, you don't really have confidence in our offense. And I was not a big fan of Dwayne Haskins in the NFL. I thought he would be good coming out of college. When I watched Dwayne Haskins play, and I know a lot of people have said, well, he had better stats than Josh Allen. When I saw Josh Allen play, I felt like his team always had a shot to win just because you never know what was going to happen. Dwayne Haskins, I kind of felt like they're not going to be able to move the ball. And that's what we saw a lot. And Kyle Allen, just, there's something different about him. And what it is, I don't know. I liked what I saw out of Carolina last year, and he did struggle to end the season. He did. There's no doubt about it. Kyle Allen did not play his best football in the season last year. But this is someone Ron Rivera is comfortable with, and he sees the division is up for grabs. Put the guy in there you're most comfortable with. And one other key note is that we are close to seeing Alex Smith possibly play football again, which, when we saw him get hurt, no one saw coming. Like, that was close to impossible. And as I have it here, so Dwayne Haskins was benched because he was gloating about his stats after a loss. That will get you benched in the NFL. That does not surprise me. I ultimately don't know if it was the right call, and we'll find out. I mean, if Kyle Allen can give this offense a boost and they start winning games, then Ron Rivera's a genius. We just ultimately have to find out. But I do think the Rams win this game. I think that defense just smothers the football team's offense, and Jared Goff can play good football. Dolphins at 49ers. Now, I saw Jimmy Garoppolo is good to go. I don't like this 49ers team, to be honest, with all their injuries. I just don't. They lost the Eagles in a heartbreaking manner. I mean, that pick six was bad. That was a bad pick six. And I can't look past that with this team somewhat. I look at that like they're one back-breaking play away from losing games with all their injuries. And I look at the Dolphins. I mean, they took it to Seattle. Now, Seattle does not play a boring football game. They would probably play like Old Dominion of college football, and it would still be a touchdown game because that's just how the Seahawks play. They have to play close, or else it's not a football game to them. Now, you take that aside, something about me saying Dolphins win this game, and I just don't go against my gut instinct. I think Dolphins win by field goal. Colts at Browns. Now, this is a big game for Baker. He has built up confidence. He's gone against shaky defenses. He's gone against teams that just aren't good. I mean, the Cowboys' defense is not good. Like, he built up confidence. Now you got to prove it against a dominant pass rush. Now, here's the thing. Colts are not the best rush defense. If you can run effectively with Kareem Hunt, you'll be golden. Now, it's unfortunate Nick Chubb is hurt for them, or else they would be, I would have confidence in picking the Browns. Without Nick Chubb and it's just Kareem Hunt by himself, I can't pick the Browns. I have to go with the Colts. I do think Baker will struggle somewhat. I think the pressure will get to him, and I think he'll throw at least one or two bad picks. I think Phillip Rivers will also throw a bad pick because it's Phillip Rivers, and you will just have that happen. I just like the Colts to win this game. I like Jonathan Taylor. I like that defense a lot. I think the Colts are a good team who can win the AFC South and probably will at this rate. Giants at Cowboys, and it's the unmovable force versus the resistible. The whole point of this is Giants can't score. Cowboys can't do anything on defense right. This game is fascinating. And I do think the Cowboys win, but the reason why I will say the Giants have a shot to win is because this secondary for the Cowboys is bad. This discipline for the Cowboys is bad. This Cowboys team is bad. I would not be surprised if the Cowboys were 1-4 after Sunday and they're tied for last place in division. That wouldn't surprise me. I do think they'll win, though, just because Giants haven't given me faith that their defense could stop Dak Prescott for 4 straight quarters. Now, Vikings at Seahawks. This game will be close because it's a Seahawks game, as I've stated. The Seahawks will win because Minnesota is still not there for me. Something about them right now I don't trust. And it's that secondary, I believe. That secondary is young and just hasn't put it together yet. I think Russell Wilson will torch them a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if Russ throws for over 400 yards against the Vikings secondary. It just wouldn't surprise me at all. I think the Seahawks should win by double digits. Realistically, Seahawks will win by a field goal. It's just what we have to lower our expectations with Seahawks games. Chargers at Saints. I don't know where to go with the Saints now. Drew Brees was throwing the ball, and it looked decent. But they almost blew it to the Lions. And I just watched that game. I'm just thinking, this Saints team, they're not contenders. They are pretenders right now. I can't buy into them. This Chargers team, Justin Herbert, I said last week he's getting his first win against the Bucs, and he played great, but the Bucs adjusted, and just that offense disappeared, and Tom Brady was Tom Brady against that defense, and I'm going to say it again. Justin Herbert gets his first win. He is playing lights out. He has confidence right now. He is slinging the ball. And I wasn't a Herbert fan coming out of college, and I still have my questions on him, but he has looked really good so far. I think Chargers win by a late touchdown throw. 2-minute drill, touchdown pass by Justin Herbert. Broncos at Patriots, and the next 2 games I will be picking have been rebooked due to COVID concerns. And we look at Broncos-Patriots, and I'm actually picking the Broncos here. I am picking the Broncos to upset the Patriots. That's because I don't know who's at quarterback for New England. I don't. Brian Hoyer did not look good, and I like Brian Hoyer. I think he's a serviceable quarterback in the NFL, but he did not look serviceable against the Chiefs. Jarrett Stidham. We don't know anything about Jarrett Stidham. We do not know anything about him. I didn't like him coming out of college, and I'm still not sold on him as a pro. I think the Broncos win this game, though. They had extra time to prepare, so they knew. Here's just something to remember. They knew that Cam Newton would not be playing. They knew in advance. It wasn't like the Chiefs just, changed the game plan a bit. And the Chiefs, they adjusted. The Broncos knew. Vic Fangio was one of the best defensive minds in the entire NFL. He has a game plan to stop this Patriots team. So then I look at the Patriots defense versus the Broncos offense. That's where I lose a little confidence in this pick. But I have a feeling the Broncos just pull it off. Either Philip Lindsay, Melvin Gordon, they get a combo going, Brett Rippin rips them apart, or the defense just puts them in great position to score. I just think the Broncos win it by a touchdown. Bills at Titans. Now, this game, just trying to figure out when that would be played, was giving me a headache. This Titans team, they need to go out there and show out and just be like, yes, we are this team. Yes, we had those concerns, but we don't have them anymore. We are the Titans. We are the best team in the AFC South, but you are not the best team in the AFC South, and you will not win this game. Josh Allen has had an incredible transformation this season. He has been incredible for the Bills. Honestly, he's been one of the best players to watch this season. That's not something I expect to say entering the season. He's in MVP conversation. He has done a great job improving year by year by year by year. And I think they beat the Titans, and I don't think this is a close game. The Titans, they've had so many positive tests. They've had so many things going on. This game, it's going to be hard for them to kind of concentrate, I feel like. I think the Bills win by 20 points. I do not think the Titans can match up the Bills right now. Now, later in the season, when the bodies are a bit more run down, you can run the ball a bit more efficiently with Derrick Henry. He'll still have a great game against the Bills, but he's more dominant later in the season. That's why I think this Bills team will win. I think there's too many concerns going around for the Titans, and I don't think Derrick Henry's at his stride yet, as he typically is later in the season. But thank you for listening, and hey, if you want to go back and listen to my picks I got wrong last week, I will start keeping track of them next week. I'm going to go through and tally them. I just want to get 2 weeks under my belt, but yeah, this Thursday I'm talking about a first quarter recap of the NFL season. I'm doing weeks 1 through 5. Kind of did like that just for week 17, how wonky that is. Ultimately, I hope you guys enjoy listening to this. And hey, if you think I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong in the comment section. And if you like this, hey, please stick around. We can debate sports as much as possible. And have a great day.